I wonder how good his jump shot is.
And the towel comes in from the Korean corner, and that'll do it. Well, Felix Savon had an 18-second knockout in the semifinal round at the World Championships.
This is probably quicker. A straight right hand.
Sung did not throw a punch during his brief tour of duty in the ring, but he did take one, and one was all it took. We're joined at ringside by Evander Holyfield, and Evander, I got to ask you, what do you think? How'd you score it?
Right hand. Good shot. He landed right up on the temple, and the guy didn't see the shot, and that would hurt him.
How can the guy ever improve against this kind of competition? That's the big question, I would think.
Well, it's hard because the reputation the Cubans have and the ability that he have, and the young fighters that change over, new fighters, so it'll be hard for him to improve.
As you look at him in the ring, are you surprised that he only weighs 201 pounds?
Well, he looked bigger than I, and I'm right at 210 and 201. He's a big guy.
Felix Savon of Cuba makes at least a small first impression on the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. We asked Savon if he would like someday to come to America and meet Evander Holyfield. He said, I've met him.
I just fight him.
All right, Larry Merchant. Well, Larry's left to go up into the ring. Let's take a look at a slow-mo here, Lou Duva. And we're going to see the archetypal right cross against limited opposition, I guess. This guy goes right-hand crazy. He didn't have to here tonight.
He was a good right hand. He had a guy up there. Look, watch his left hand where it's at. Boom, there goes the right hand.
He dropped the left hand even lower while Savon was throwing the punch.
As if to say, hit me.
How do you do that?
Easy. When you want to get out of there, you're going to get out of there.
All that was in slow motion. Now let's look at it one time in real speed. Evander, no legitimate American professional would ever have to get hit with a punch like that. He'd protect himself better.
Well, yes, the guy looked like he was intimidated, and his left hand was low and an overhand right, and just a picture perfect right hand.
Quick bout. Let's go to ring announcer Mark Biro for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 13 seconds of the first round. The red corner retires. The winner in the blue corner, Felix Savon.
Well, the record stays clean. Felix Savon has never lost in international competition. One more river to cross this summer in Barcelona. Will he stick around until Atlanta 4 years from now? Well, he's only 24 years old. Teofilo Stevenson, of course, is the Cuban super heavyweight who won gold medals in 1972, 1976, and 1980. Because the Cubans boycotted in 1984 and 1988, Savon has never been to an Olympic Games, nor has he ever been interviewed by Larry Merchant with interpretation from Carlos Palomino. But there's a first for everything. Larry?
Felix, is there any feeling of disappointment that you didn't have more of a chance to fight?
¿Tienes ¿Cómo te sientes porque no hubo más pelea para ti esta noche?
Bueno, en el momento me siento muy bien, sin problema. Yo vine preparado para cualquier situación en arriba del ring. Pues yo me preparo arriba del ring.
He said he just came down here ready to fight, that doesn't really matter who it was, he just gets ready to fight whoever they put in front of him.
All right, tell us about the knockout punch. Did he see that he was holding his hand low and that he knew he was going to get him?
¿Viste que traía la mano izquierda abajo por le tiraste con la derecha o venías, ya sabías que con esa mano ibas a noquear?
Yo siempre vengo y preparo mi táctica según las circunstancias que yo veo aquí arriba del ring. Ejemplo, yo vi que tenía la mano de adelante, muy adelante, ¿me entiendes?
He said, yeah, that's right. He saw that his left hand was stretched out too far out, and it was wide open for the right hand.
Y traté que por arriba de esa mano golpear con mi golpe fuerte.
It's right over that left hand. He went with the right hand, which is his power punch.
Evander Holyfield, was sitting with us at ringside, and he was very impressed with that punch. But he said it would be difficult for you to really improve against this caliber of opposition. What are your feelings about that?
Y Brandon Holyfield, el campeón del mundo, dijo que estaba muy impresionado con esa mano derecha, pero que en este tipo de oponentes no vas a poder seguir avanzando como boxeador. ¿Qué piensas de eso?
Yo he visto que desde que yo empecé el boxeo hasta este momento yo llevo un buen desarrollo en el boxeo. Soy 3 veces campeón del mundo, que eso es la demostración, 2 panamericanos, 2 centroamericanos, 2 Copas del Mundo. Y al punto de coronarme campeón olímpico, me faltan 4 años, 4 meses para coronarme campeón olímpico.
He says that all he knows is that he's won the Pan Am Games, he's won 3 World Championships, he's got 4 months to go and he'll win the gold medal. If that's not enough, that's all he knows.
Is your ambition to go on competing and maybe someday equaling Teofilo Stevenson's record of 4 gold medals?
Su ambición es de seguir compitiendo y un día ganar 4 medallas de oro como Teofilo Stevenson.
4 medallas de oro, ¿en qué?
En las Olimpiadas.
Ah, está bien. Yo estoy trabajando con vista a eso. Mi pronóstico es trabajar hasta que pueda retirarme. Mientras yo estoy bien físicamente, yo estoy dando éxito a mi país, a mi patria.
He's looking at the future with that in mind, that to keep fighting and hoping that maybe he will compete in 4 Olympics. But he'll continue to work until he keeps winning and representing his country in that manner.
Gracias, Felix. And now to Brian Burwell.